Let's get the ball rolling. Yes, my name is Art Manville. I'd like to welcome you to our webinar today. Oh, gosh, very, very exciting, and I apologize if I'm a little bit too excited. I'm trying to calm down here. And really, I was talking to Terry about why is it that I'm so excited. I have a vision. I see this. I see how big this is going to be. I don't have any question about it. And so now my goal, and this is a difficult task sometimes, is to be able to take our vision here and what we're seeing here, and a lot of the other leaders are feeling the same way, of how huge the launch of this product is, and sort of get you to believe it, to get you to really believe it and what it can do for you personally, not just from putting on an incredible product on your body that is toxin-free, but also about what it can do for you financially. And so, I really envision some light bulbs going off today so that you really get this. Because if you get excited about this as I am, the world will be your oyster here in the next year or two as we bring this product out. So most of you are excited, I think, but haven't got that real vision, and that's what we're going to do. I think you like the product, and so part of what we're going to be doing, yes, we're going to be validating how powerful this product is. We got some incredible guests coming on, but we're not going to actually review everything that you've already seen already, right? Let's just a couple pictures here introducing ourselves of Terry and I. And yes, that's what I look like today, and that's our backyard. I wanted to get to dominating the wellness category. This is phase 2. So we started with the juice and 365, and we did $1 billion with that one product with juice. And yes, many of you have seen my predictions. We're going to do $1 billion faster with Glimpse. I have no doubt about it. And so, but I wanted to bring up this slide because we've got the website there, glimpseskincare.com. And on that are all of the tools, the details on what we're talking about here today, the webinar. If you missed it somehow, you didn't see the corporate webinar, it is on there. We're not going to go back through all of the stuff that you saw on that webinar. So we're going to touch on some highlights, and we're going to bring some guests on here. But if you have not yet seen that webinar, as soon as you get off here, go to glimpseskincare.com and watch the corporate webinar for this week. So I think that kind of lays it out. Terry, I know you are pretty excited. You've been sleeping a little bit more than I have, but I know you really see something spectacular with Glimpse.
Well, Art, this has been just a life-changing week for all of Zango. I don't know if you guys really realize it, but we are literally going to be making history. I mean, we are going to have the only product out there, the only one in skincare that is clean and green. I mean, this is amazing. We've got not only the xanthones, which we all know work in the juice brilliantly. You can imagine having that in your skincare. And remember, this skincare is going to the cellular level. I mean, that is going to be life-changing. Imagine using the juice from the inside out and from the outside in. It's going to be just brilliant. Beverly and her team have worked so hard to bring this into fruition. And so we're just so proud to be a part of this. So I can hardly wait for all of you to be able to experience this glimpse the way that Art and I have on our face.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Terry. The better half. And by the way, folks, I wish I had a picture to show of you. This is 40 years today. We had our first date, September 13th, 40 years ago on a Friday night. And that's where it all began. And yes, she fought me for my first kiss, but I got that first kiss that night on the first date. And look at all that's happened since. So thank you so much, Terry, for being in my life and all that you've done and been. I mean, I don't know where I'd be without you. And thank gosh you begrudgingly accepted that first date, even though you had a date with someone else. Well, that's another story.
It's been quite a journey, and so we just feel so blessed to have been together for 40 years. Thank you, Art.
Thank you, Terry. Okay, so I'm really excited to bring our next guest on. Grace and Bob Dick, 200K premieres from Abbotsford, Canada. Grace, to me, is one of the absolute top leaders in Zango, and I just an incredible group of people up there. There's a power group of powerful ladies up there. Of course, Sam, and Tim Phillick kind of got the ball rolling here. and Melody and Grace, and then her whole team, an incredible team that really launched Zango in Canada. If you really want to get down to it, they are the ones responsible for the explosive growth in Canada over the last few years. And so I'm really honored to have, and it's just amazing the timing, Grace, Dick, to have you on the call today. How are you doing?
Oh, my goodness, Art, I am just thrilled to be here, and I want to thank you and Terry for having me on this morning. And by the way, congratulations, 40 years. That's awesome.
Yeah, I know. I was hoping to get a picture of our wedding up here. I was going to try to sneak it, but I just never got time. Our wedding picture, you guys would have all had a laugh.
Well, Art, it is just such an exciting time to be a part of this company, and I know that, being a part of something at the beginning, it seems so much more interesting for people than halfway through. So we're really honored to be here today.
Well, Grace, you have an incredible. It's interesting, and I've known this for quite a while, and it's amazing. You have actually, of anyone that I know of or have any kind of really close relationship with, you have known Beverly Hollister the longest of anyone. You go back and have many different experiences with her. I've known that for a long time. I know that one of the reasons that you actually joined Zango is because you knew that at some point she was going to be involved, right?
Yeah, Beverly was just a huge, huge part of me joining and becoming a part of Zango. For those of you who don't know, I knew Beverly in another company where she launched several other skincare lines. So when I met Beverly, she indicated to me that our paths would cross again one day, and it was because of a phone call, actually from the first convention, from Beverly, that made me take a second look at Zango.
Yeah, you kind of sat on it for a while. I think you had the juice in your fridge and weren't even drinking it or something almost.
Yeah, you have to have an open mind to make these things fly, Art.
Well, she's quite a lady, and it's incredible with her track record and business background. I mean, there isn't anyone on the planet better equipped to bring out a product like Glimpse, and she's absolutely impeccable. So I know you're really excited about the product, and we're going to get into your story a little bit. But anything else you wanted to add about your feelings for this product so far?
I'm just blown away again at Zango's timing to bring out this product at this time when people are looking for a healthy alternative for their skin. It is phenomenal. 5 years ago, this wouldn't have been the case. And here we are all definitely looking for green and clean and, non-toxic. And I'm excited about what's not in our product as much as what is in the product. So it is perfect timing. I can hardly sleep at night either, Art.
Yeah, you know what, Grace? I just have to show this picture. It was just amazing to me how unusual synchronistic circumstances have happened with this whole Glimpse thing. But this is a picture of Grace and Bob. I got two of them here so you can see them up close, and I don't know, it looks like Bob has a halo there, but this was at the Elite Summit dinner in January, and as Terry and I were driving up to the Elite Summit that day, I even know whereabouts I was on the freeway. I said, you know what, we've got to pigeonhole Beverly and learn more about this Glimpse product. This is last January. And what happened was that here we sat at the same table with Beverly, and it was all pre-assigned seating. And you and us and Beverly and Gary, and you can see Carol Escalano, Kathy Peterson in the background, we all just happened to be on that table. And that's kind of where the real Glimpse spark was lit that day, right?
Well, absolutely. There's nothing like having a private conversation around a product line that's being launched, and we certainly did get a lot of goods that day. I forgot about that, Art, but that's very great that you rounded up that picture, because it does remind me of the great questions we got to ask Gary and Beverly when they were still, just in those beginning stages of launching this product.
Yeah, I remember her telling us, we heard for the first time they had this technology that other companies were after, and they were able to scoop it, and it was a big thing, and we were like all ears sitting on our seats.
Oh, it was just, again, you have to go back to how Beverly and Gary are just absolutely brilliant at recognizing the need for a product long before the rest of us would. And that's why we're so fortunate to have them in our company. Beverly could launch this product on her own and become a billion-dollar brand just with Glimpse, and I believe that's what's going to happen. But, so great to work with people that have such talent and experience in the industry. It makes me proud, and I'm like very confident in what Beverly's going to do for us in terms of what she brought to us before in this industry compared to what's coming now. Won't even touch it. It'll be phenomenal.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. And I remember you telling me that when you were with her in another company, that her product that she launched back then was like 10 years ahead of its time then, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a good story, Art. You know, she always ends up, and I don't know, she's just brilliant. I think she has a gifting, but she ends up putting her hands and her mind on the science of what we're going to need 10 years later. And, you know, it'll go mainstream 10 years from now, and we'll own it now.
Yeah. Well, I've just put up a couple of the slides here, and we wanted, before I get your story on here, which is really how this whole, you know, you being the guest began, let's put up, and you sent me this morning, thanks for whoever put this together. You know, one of the things that I think that we're so excited about, Grace, and we were talking about this, you know, with our marketing brains on, we see a product that is like nothing else in the marketplace and very reasonably priced, you know. I mean, gosh, I could not believe the price points that they came out with on this. And here, you sent this, Grace, and here are some of the other competitors that are out there in the marketplace and what they're charging. $369 Estee Lauder for 4, plus another $145 for the Necessary Eye Cream. I mean, this Lancome, $400, and we know that. I mean, I don't want to downgrade necessarily all of these companies, but I'm pretty sure you're going to find a certain number of chemicals in some of these as well.
Well, I think that's probably been the most revealing part for me, Art, as I started doing my research. Is, you know, I actually worked for L'Oreal for a season. And, you know, I was exposed to the marketing strategy behind some of their product lines and what they were bringing out. And, you know, boy, it's a lot of great boxes and beautiful lids, and it's all about the packaging, never recognizing that what was in some of the product line is really considered unsafe. It's very mind-boggling, and consumers just don't understand that.
Yeah, and that's a whole other story we're not going to get into today, but it's a very, very competitively priced product, and really, in a lot of ways, we just simply don't have any competition because there's nothing like it. Nothing has what we have. So, oops, there's your pictures, Grace. And so this is how we originally started. Now, Grace and Bob are 200K premieres, and so there's a few perks in Zango, and honestly, I think one of the greatest perks that Terry and I ever received for being 500Ks was being the first ones to try Glimpse and be able to put it on our face back in Orlando. And then the 200Ks just got this like 2 weeks ago, right? And so here you're showing your picture on the left. Now let's go through and tell us what we're seeing here, Grace.
Well, you know, I don't know if this was a wise thing to do, is to put my face all over the internet, but the product result was so powerful I had to share it. When we got our product, it was August 27th that I took the very first picture, so that's the one on the left. I've had a real problem with hyperpigmentation and really severe sun damage. You know, hyperpigmentation, a lot of it is related to hormone imbalance. A lot of women will get pregnancy masks, those kinds of things, and my hyperpigmentation has been around for a long, long time. So I've used all kinds of things to try to cover it, treat it. One of the options, of course, was a product that I looked at. It's banned in several countries around the world, and was looking at laser treatments actually this fall when I was so blessed to get my little sample line of Glimpse. So Bob and I decided that we would do some before pictures, and so the very first one is the week I started, that was without any use of the product.
Right. This is before. This is your very first picture.
Yes.
And then this one here is how long later?
The middle one is 1 week later, and so you can start to see a change in a week, which is phenomenal in the skincare line that I've used over the years, and I've always used a higher quality skincare line. And then if you go to my third week, this is only 2 weeks now on the product,
Right.
That was the mind-boggling part for me. I had to share the picture because I don't know where you get a product that gets results in 2 weeks with something that you've suffered with forever.
And you've tried everything else. And then here's the other side of the face. Actually looks even darker over here on your left side.
Yes, I think that the other side, I was thinking about this, is, it's the side that's exposed for driving and in the sun and all of that, right?
Yeah.
And more damage and way more repair. It's just, I'm so excited about it, Art. I can hardly stand it. I get up every day now almost like with a magnifying glass going, wow, it's going to disappear. I really believe it's going to be gone. And, this side here was probably the telltale for me when I started looking at my pictures. So when they got lined up, I can't, like this week I will take them again.
Right.
I'm going to follow along because I just think in such a short time. Plus I saved hundreds and hundreds of dollars of going for laser treatments and all the pain. So
Well, I want to give credits to the cameraman here, Bob. I know took the camera picture. He did a heck of a job at getting those pictures so clean and clear. What a gift that is to see that change on your face, Grace, and be able to share. Thank you for exposing your earlobe for us. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it, Judge. Maybe put a diamond stud on next time.
No, don't change anything. So, Grace, thank you so much for coming on. We're going to hear from you a little bit later, but I want to bring on the next guest right away here because Krista Gustafson is on the line here, and she has a new story. Are you there, Krista?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Krista, well, there are some perks in life, and it's true. One of the things that Terry and I are gifted with, actually with our Paris trip, the 500K trip to Paris, they actually sent us out a second set for each of us of Glimpse, right? And so we had been using our first set from Orlando very, very sparingly, and when we got down to the end of those bottles, we started on our new set, and we felt compassion for Krista. So actually, yes, we did send our daughter some Glimpse, and she got a little surprise. Tell us what's been going on since you got a little bit of whatever's left in the bottom of our bottles of all 4 products, Krista.
Well, I was just so excited because, of course, a week ago, Friday, I went to my mailbox, and there was Glimpse. I had no idea you were sending it out to me. So, of course, I rushed home, jumping up and down, and I'm just, I thought I had a great experience in Orlando when we were there, and I tried it for the 3 days, and, of course, I got to put on the whole line that one night, but I can tell you that was nothing compared to what I've seen in just a week, and not even just a week, by the 3rd or the 4th day. Much like my results with the juice, I couldn't believe what I was seeing, and to tell you the truth, I wasn't expecting to see this much. Like, to actually, what I noticed was the texture of my skin starting to change, become smoother, the lines, whatever, I don't have really bad aging skin at my age yet, but I've certainly noticed a difference in my skin over the past 20 years, how it's been aging. And it's just smoother, more supple, and of course I've got that glow back again, and I can really feel those products when they go onto my skin. I can feel them for about 15 minutes working and going into the skin. I have never felt anything like that before any of the products I've ever tried, and I'm so excited I can barely sit down.
Krista, it occurs to me people that are listening here just have trouble believing what we're saying here. I know it's hard to believe, guys, but the reason we're so excited is because you can actually feel these products on your face. You know they're doing something. And when you have an experience, it gets very, very exciting. So you're going to have to trust us on this. Krista and Grace and Terry and I, we are not overhyping the effects of this product. Are we, Krista?
No, I'm serious. This is actually something you can noticeably see. And every day, I don't know how many times I go and I look in the mirror now to look at my face. I'm just like, wow, what's going to happen long term? This is 1 week into using all the products. I can't imagine,
what's going to happen as time goes on. So
one thing I want to say, Krista, is since you've been on the juice and, of course, quit smoking, I mean, your skin has improved dramatically before you got on to Glimpse, and this is just taking it to another level. I can hardly wait to see what's going to happen to people that do both at the same time. They start on the juice and they start on Glimpse, working from the inside out, as Terry was saying, and from the outside in. So fantastic. Anything else you wanted to share, Krista?
Well, I just wanted to add a quick note about that gel cleanser because I know you just love using that. And we're so kind to send some my way.
You weren't supposed to get any of that. Terry did that. I don't give that stuff up.
Tiny bit, but I can tell you I used your little tip and I shaved my legs with it. So, ladies, you can use that and men for your shaving. It's just awesome. I love it.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Krista, for coming on. Anything you wanted to add, Terry, at this point?
No, I can just imagine when Krista phoned us that day saying that she got the mail, I knew she would be just delighted to get the ends of the bottle to be able to get back on Glimpse. And it's just really exciting to see what's going to be happening to other people's faces. And, you can actually feel the product. Each individual product, you can feel each one working. I mean, I know I say this all the time, but you guys, it's going to the cells of your skin. We've never had anything like this before. I actually took one of my old products that I was throwing away, and I opened it up to smell it. I could actually smell the chemicals. I mean, you guys go look at your products. When you get your Glimpse, you'll see how clean and green this is because your old products are just filled with chemicals, and you really don't want that on your face.
Yeah, thanks a lot for that, Terry. So what is it about Glimpse? Remember, basically we have at least two stories to tell, apart from how it's going to feel on the face. What's in it? Our Bioactive X3 complex, exclusive technology from Japan that has allowed us to pull xanthone complexes from the fruit and put it into this incredible skincare line. And then what's not in it, and we've talked a lot about that before, how harmful some of the personal care products are out there. So it's absolutely phenomenal. And yes, a lot of people are asking, how long is it going to last? And, is this a month's supply? Well, honestly, I think it's going to last anywhere from 30 to 90 days, depending on usage. A very, very heavy usage person might go through it in 30 days, but I think it's going to last longer than that for most people. At probably an average of 60 days, maybe even more, depending on whether you're using it once a day or twice a day. And so it's a phenomenal product. And so let's switch into the marketing a little bit here because this is where you need to get the vision of what we're talking about here. And I want you to think differently. I've got to turn a different switch on in your brain. And I've been talking to a lot of our leaders this week. You've got to change a switch in your brain because up till now, our whole goal was what? Get people to join, buy the juice on auto ship, and become a monthly wholesale member. And I saw from the beginning, when I heard about Glimpse and saw this, I said, at the consumer level, I don't see brand new consumers with a product that does not go, you don't go through it, and they don't expect to go through it in 30 days. I don't see this as an auto ship product. I see this as a retail product. And so you've got to start thinking a little bit differently. And the retail, I'm telling you this, the retail ability and the demand for this product at the retail level is going to drive this whole momentum. And when you see what I'm talking about here, I think you may start to lose some of your own sleep. So basically, consider that our basic business builder pack as a profit center, not an expense. This is a profit center because you've basically got 4 systems that retail for $200, right? The systems retail for $200. And of course, then the difference between roughly $800 and $550 will be the profit for every time you turn over one of these profit centers. Okay? And then we have profit center number 2, and this is where it gets really interesting. This basically, the retail on this is estimated at $270. I'm saying you're going to be starting at the basic of 4, and then what they're calling the complete systems here, my vision is to call this a family pack. I think at the consumer level, certainly distributors will, men and women will want a set for themselves. I don't see that is a no-brainer, right? Terry and I would never not want to have our own set on this. But at the consumer level, where you're just taking this product out to a retail customer, we're going to upgrade them from 4 products to what I'm going to call a family pack here, all 6 of these, right? You get the husband introduced to it with just a couple of products, and yeah, perhaps he'll try out the toner, and perhaps he will work his way into the system, into the serum. But the first 2 products that we're going to suggest that the wife gets her husband on here is the gel cleanser, which he can shave with and use in the shower. That's why it comes in a tube. And then the moisturizer, right? And so there's 6 products in this. And I'm saying, when you upgrade from $200 retail for the 4-pack to, why not go for $250 on the 6-pack? And so now if you've got 6 of these, when you retail them, you've just put $500 into your pocket here, right? The difference between 6 times $250 is $1,500. So there's $500 every time you turn a 6-pack over. And I'm telling you, from what you're going to hear as we bring another guest on here, this product is highly saleable. So I want to do what I call show me the money here, because one of the big challenges that we've always had with the juice is people cannot grasp, how am I going to make money on this? It takes a while to build a network, and they can't always see the future and where it's going because it takes a while to have that many people. But if you got something that is retailable, and it is retailable because it's absolutely demonstratable. When people put this on their face, I'm telling you, they're going to be opening up and taking their checkbook out all in the same motion. When you got something this retailable, you can show people how they can make instant cash and put an extra $500, $1,000 or more in their pocket in 30 days. Easy, in 30 days for people that are out there talking to people. So the key to this, to me, is retail is better than wholesale. I'm suggesting to you, do not sign people up if all they want to do is try the product. Why? I mean, this doesn't even make any sense. If they're not willing to go on ADP, then all you've got is a customer. Why not treat them as a customer? And it's not even going to cost them any more money, right? Because if they were to buy it wholesale for $150 and $35 to become a member, they're almost at $200 anyway. So when they come in and they try this, they're going to want to walk out with it. And if you will do them a favor, now listen very carefully to me. When you charge your customer retail for this, you are doing them a favor. Why is that? Well, first of all, you're not costing them any money, but you're establishing a value in their mind of $200, okay? You've established a value of $200. Now, when they like the product and you come back to them, and then's when you talk to them about sharing, and you say, look, you paid $200 for this. Can you think of 4 people that you know that might like to try this? Because if you know of 4 people and they all come in and buy, $200, they buy 4 of them for $200, you just put a profit on of $240. And I'm suggesting here less shipping and handling. I'm suggesting that you pick up the shipping and handling on that, but you regain your tax. So my suggestion at the retail level is charge $200 plus tax. And so maybe you come out with a $200 or $220 profit for turning those 4 products over. You see what I'm saying? But you've got to establish the value first. Now, people will do as you do. And so if you say, okay, no, you can get it wholesale for $150, now you've established a wholesale value of $150. I'm telling you, that customer will not be able to go out to his friends and then sell it retail. You've just taken away his retail profit potential, and because he will follow your lead and do the same thing. And so you've just cut him out of a $240 profit on 4 products because you haven't established the proper value. This product is worth $200. This is a very fair price for this product. It's a bargain, actually, when you consider there's nothing else out there. And so now let's go up a little bit different. So now some of those people, you're going to upgrade to what I call the family pack. This is going to retail, I'm suggesting $250. Tell them if you upgrade to the 6-pack, the family pack, you can save an extra $20. So say $250, sell 6 family packs and put $500 into your pocket, retail. So question is, how many family packs can you get out next month? And so I had somebody say to me, well, Art, yes, I'm going to buy one of these builder packs when I get my check. I don't have the money right now. And I'm saying, what are you waiting for here? You've got enough information to go out and get 6 or 12 customers right now. You don't need to wait to get this product to take orders on this. I'm telling you, you tell the story of what's in it and what's not in it and what people are saying about it and show some pictures of Grace Dick. I'm telling you, they're ready to buy now. There's nothing to wait for here. There's nothing to wait for. You do not need to have this product on your face to start talking to other people about it. You just need to tell the story, and you're going to hear in a minute what we're talking about here. So you, instead of thinking about investing $1,000 in a builder pack and where am I going to get the money, I want you to think about, wow, if I go out and find 6 customers for this, I'm going to get $1,500 back. I just made a profit of $500. You see what I'm talking about there? So this is the retail side of it, right? Incredible. Now, this is where it gets absolutely thrilling, is when you take a look at some of these power bonuses that are going to be paid out every time somebody joins with a builder pack. 30% power bonus paid out. So you have that lady and that customer that loves the product, and then they've got it for $200, and you say, hey, listen, why don't you get and share it with a few of your friends? In fact, have a couple of them over, put it on their face, and they're going to want to take it home. And so now she buys a small builder pack, right? A small builder pack, you get a $165 power bonus as soon as they upgrade to a builder. $165 power bonus. You could sign up 5 of those this next month and earn $825 in power bonuses. I'm not exaggerating here. This is doable. And how about a builder pack of $1,000? That's not a lot of money for a product that you can sell. That's the difference here, you see? People have been loading up their garage with products that the consumer will not buy. And this is not what we want you to do. We don't want you to buy products that you can't sell. But everybody can move 6 of these units when they find out, 6 of these systems when they find it out. Do you see what I'm talking about here? So you could easily do 5 builder packs in your first month here of the big builder packs for $1,500 power bonus profit. And we're not even talking about second-level power bonus either when your people start selling builder packs. So this is where the catch is. You don't have to worry about the residual income. That will take care of itself. It's the upfront money here that everybody's looking for, and this is why I am so excited, because I see that people are just starting in the business. I can see people making $1,000, $1,500 their first month, easy. And so, that's showing the money. And if you can imagine that now, I got to talk a little bit about the third dimension. Some of you have heard of John Godsick that's going around and working with some of the distributor leaders, and he has a whole program and system. And if you haven't heard of him yet, you will soon. But he's talking about Zango has entered what he calls the third dimension. If you want to make a lot of money in networking, you have to go wide and you have to go deep. And those are the first 2 dimensions, wide and deep. But so far, our whole marketing program has been based on wholesale. So typically people just order, the minimums, $100 a month, $200 a month. The third dimension is what he calls height, and that is volume per distributor. So when you have somebody, guys, there's going to be people that are going to be going through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these $1,000 packs a month, because that's how fast they're going to be selling them. There's going to be people that have retail volume in their personal name of $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 in volume instead of 200. So imagine your network of 1,000 people, okay, when everybody's ordering a case and a half on average. Imagine doubling and tripling the average volume per distributor. We've just entered the third dimension. So on the residual side of it, it's going to be absolutely lights out as well. So, and if that's not enough, Terry, anything you wanted to add before we introduce Hernan, or are you?
No, Art, I am just so excited. You see, you guys, I listened to Art do this all week because he has just got it. It's like he's clicking a switch in your brain because there is a whole new thing going to be happening here with Zango. And so if you can get it, and I know Hernan's got it as well, and I know Grace Dick has got it, and if you can really visualize this and see this, this is going to be life-changing for you guys because your dreams are going to become true. You see, it's not about Art and our dreams. We've already have ours. We want you guys all out there to be able to fulfill your dreams. And so that's why Art is doing this training today for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, gosh, we don't have anything else we need or want. We're excited about this because we see the potential for those that are dreaming about living out in the country, or people that are wanting to fire their boss, or wives that want to come home and be with their family where they should be, and people that just really don't want to go on those freeways every day. That's what we're excited about. We see a lot of those dreams. And so, it's been a synchronistic week. Synchronicity is another term for coincidences. And so I had Grace Dick on Wednesday send those before and after pictures, book her in before we even knew that they were going to announce prices. And then Hernan Lawless, 100K Premier from Lancaster, California, calls me yesterday because he's all excited. Hernan, are you there?
Yeah, Art, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, thanks so much for calling me, Hernan, because as soon as you started telling me your story, I knew that I had to get you on today's webinar, and so I really appreciate you coming on. I know you're pretty excited about this as well.
Oh, I'm coming out of my skin. I'm so excited about this. Let me just share with you real quick, Art, what I see is I want to try to help create a vision for those that are on the line here this morning. Robin and I, we signed up 20 friends, and underneath those 20 friends, we have 23,000 distributors in 23 countries. And, we did that with Zango Juice. And let me tell you, for every 10 people I talk to about Zango Juice, we get about 3 of them that get either try the juice or they get an account.
Well, your interesting story, though, Hernan, here, just as a little background, is that you love to go out and talk to people face-to-face, and you have like a history before Zango of going down and talking to store owners and getting out. You love to do the face-to-face. And so when you're talking about 3 out of 10 getting interested, a lot of these are just face-to-face, a meat market, what I call meeting people communications, right? Something like that?
Yes, I'm an upfront kind of guy. I enjoy being in front of people much more so than being on the phone. And so what I did was because I'm very, us guys, we don't really know a lot about skincare. I've never used skincare before. So I wanted to just test the market. And what I did was I went to about 20 salons in town. I actually took one of our distributors, Scott Worley, with me so that he could see what was going to happen. And I went into salons, and I asked for owners or managers, and I just basically said to them, look, I have an opportunity to invest into my time, effort, and energy into a new product line. It's skincare. It's revolutionary. It will make all skincare in the world obsolete. It's a bioactive X3 technology, and what it does is it allows the nutrients in the product to pass through the skin into the cells under the skin. And then I asked them, is there anything like this on the market right now? I'm doing my due diligence right now. I want to know, before I invest a lot of time, effort, and energy, if there's anything like this. And every single one said there is nothing like this. There's nothing green. There's nothing that's alive that works this way. When you get this product, I want you to come back and see me. Now, here's the thing that I want. This is why I told a little bit about our story and about the numbers that we've been experiencing.
Yes,
with the
right.
juice. Because for every 10 people I talk to, I'm getting 10 yeses. And
with glimpse.
With glimpse. Whereas with the juice, I get 3 out of 10 yeses. This is going to be so big. Look what Robin and I were able to build with the juice. From 20 distributors to 23,000 in 23 countries. Imagine what's going to happen with 3 times the response. So what we're going to do is Robin and I are going to go into massive action with this. And we're going to talk to 2, 3, 4, 5 people every day, if not more. let me share with you something else that's happened, Art. I've been talking with some people for 5 years. In the beginning, I went out to the people that I wanted on my team, and I shared with them what I saw and how big this opportunity was really going to be. And I shared with them that I expected it to change our life financially. And of course, not all of them came on board. In fact, all of my friends said no to me, all of them. And what I've been doing is I've been going back to those people. And some of them are networkers, but most of them are not. And I've been going back to them, sitting down with them, and I tell the story. Remember 5 years ago when I came to you and I sat down with you and I shared with you my vision of Zango and what was going to be happening with the juice? And I told you that it was going to build a financial freedom for Robin and I, and I wanted the same thing for you, and I wanted you to come with me. And you said no. Well, guess what? I'm coming to you again to tell you the same thing. The second wave is coming. It will be 5 times bigger. And I want you to come with me. And I tell them a little bit about the product, and every single one of them has said, sign me up. So here
how many commitments have you got from this warm market list that you could never get involved in the juice then?
Well,
really?
the initial list that I have is 20 strong. And out of the 20, I've talked to 8, and I've gotten 8 yeses.
Wow.
So I'm coming out of my skin with excitement because I know what's going to happen. The key to this thing is just talking to people, telling people about this. The more people you talk to, the bigger the business you're going to have. This is a no-brainer. People are ready for this. People are just hands down are just saying yes.
Yeah, what we've been talking about, Hernan, are some talking points, or what I call bullet points. And why don't you just go back through, because I know that for a lot of the people that are listening here, they're trying to figure out exactly, what are a couple lines that I can say to get people interested. And I've given some suggestions before, but you have a little bit different twist. So why don't you just put out a little bit of an idea of what you say about Glimpse to get people interested, either the salon owners or when you start talking about the product with some of this warm market people you're working on here?
Well, I tell you, what I do is I tell them that, I have an opportunity to invest my time, effort, energy in a new product line. It's revolutionary. It's skincare. It's going to make all skincare in the world obsolete. It's the only green skincare on the market, and it has bioactive X3 technology, which allows the product, the nutrients in the product, to pass through the skin, into the cells under the skin, reactivate, rejuvenate those cells, and get the blood moving under the skin again. And people are starting to notice a difference in just 4 days. People are noticing a difference with their smile line.
Oh, hold on a second here, Hernan, because you just nailed the whole thing there. And as I see the way that you're describing it, what I see that you're actually giving people almost a visual of what the product is doing, and actually kind of giving a benefit rather than a feature. The difference between features and benefits, a feature would be, hey, it's got this Xanthone X3 technology. That's a feature, but if people don't know what it does, it doesn't really mean anything to them. So you've got a great way of describing there what it does in terms of going into the cellular level and feeding this at the cellular level, bringing these nutrients in so that the body and the skin can heal from the inside out, something like that, right?
Correct. And so what I do is I mention that people are seeing a difference in rosacea and other things, and acne. And this product, our original product, is $1 billion brand. We're almost 6 years old now, and the skincare Glimpse, we expect it to do $1 billion in the first year or two, which is something that we're very, very excited about. And so it's going to move fast. People are going to be beating our doors down for this product. And that's kind of where I go with this. I go, I let them know how excited I am about it and what it's going to be doing, in both, the results that we expect to get from it, both physically and financially.
You know, I'm just thinking here, Hernan, so you've got 8 people that have said yes. And just curious, you know, are all of those coming in as builder packs, or how is that looking without 8?
All 8 are builders. One of the 8 one of the 8 I intended just to have her as a retail, and before I could get off the phone, she basically told me that before I could get her the application, which would be in 4 days, she would already have 20 of her friends that were ready to get the product also.
So do you see a lot of these people then joining with $1,000 packs and stuff like that?
Well, yes, I absolutely do, and I'll tell you why. Because the people, this is going to be much easier to approach people that have influence, and so it's going to be a whole lot different. They're going to want to share it with their friends.
Yeah.
And they're going to be excited to share it with their friends.
Somehow it's going to be easier to share it with their friends because, you know, you don't need to know about health. And sometimes we make the juice so complicated, you know, will it help with this? Will it help with that? We get involved in people's health conditions. We make it so complicated. But here, put this on. You're going to love it. Take it home.
I'm so excited, Art. I can't stand it. I expect my volume to double and triple, you know, so we're just ecstatic. We're absolutely ecstatic.
Well, thanks a lot, Hernan. Hey, Grace, I wanted you to come back on now and maybe give some of your thoughts, especially after listening to Hernan and some of my ideas about the retail end of it, and see if you have any thoughts you wanted to share before we start to close out the call.
You know, Art, I don't want to come out of my skin because I'm going to need it. But
yeah.
You know, it's really interesting to listen to the other leaders talk about this, because for the first time in a long time, after sending out my little pictures even, and I sent them to a lot of customers, these are what I consider juice drinkers, I'm getting emails and phone calls from people saying, how do I get this? Where can I get it? I need it. When, you know, let me come to your door. Could you just give me a little bit? And I really agree with you that, you know, when you are marketing a health product, and I've done that for a long time, you feel that you need a little bit more knowledge and a little bit more, you know, edge to be able to educate people. With this product line, people are absolutely going to love it. And I love the feel factor, you know.
Yeah.
They can put it on one hand.
Demonstratable.
Oh, and from a business perspective, you're 100% right. You've nailed it with the fact that we can retail it. It's easy to go to somebody and say, you know, they'll want it. They will crawl for it. So, you know, it's a matter of putting together a package where you can just, like Hernan's done already, just gone out with it. And it is so active. As Beverly says, you know, it's performance-driven. So
yes.
People want to feel it right away, and they will. They will. Very excited about the business side of it. I can see that we'll have people that would never drink the juice that will buy this product.
Yeah, it's a whole different market, you know. And I just see, guys, listen, in summary here, there's 3 ways to try Glimpse as far as I'm concerned. You know, buy, you know, one of the retail packs, you know, either the what I call the family pack or the 4-pack. Wholesale, buy 4 for $550 and share it with 3 of your friends. Or if you know 6 people that would like to try it, then come in for $1,000. Those are the 3 options. And so what will happen is if you start your retail customer at $200, you've established that value. When they feel that and start working with their week, you know, you're going to call them back and do follow-up. And you're going to say, how is that Glimpse going? Hey, listen, did you know that, gosh, you know, you can share this with some of your friends and you can get your product for free? You know, how would you like to get another one for free? You know, so if you buy, gosh, I mean, think about going back to somebody that loves a product that they paid $200 for and say, listen, how would you like to get 4 of these, which are worth $800 for $550, and share 3 of them with your friends? I mean, this thing is going to duplicate like insane. Like, it's going to be crazy the way it duplicates. And here we got people getting this incredible product on their face that looks good and is going to be good for their health because they're not putting toxic chemicals. And part of our job, yes, is going to be to educate people about the toxins that are involved in Hernan. I know that you had a lot of fun. I've got this picture up at your city meeting, and this is a database that you were showing actually on your laptop at your city meeting, so that we can start to educate the consumer about how toxic potentially some of the products that they are currently using. Hernan, why don't you talk, because I was talking to Sam after we talked yesterday, and he was at your city meeting, and he said that when you started to go through this online database, the ladies in there were bringing out their, and they just were bouncing off of the walls, and your meeting ran over. They were so enthralled with this. Why don't you talk a bit about this, Hernan?
They were actually speaking over one another.
Yeah.
Calling out their product that they take. They're all taking product now, and they're all calling their products out. You know, it's funny because I asked for testimonials for the juice, but unless I already have 3 or 4 people picked out for it, you have a difficult time in getting people to volunteer. But when I asked them for the product that they're using now so that we can check and see how safe it is, every single woman in the room was calling out the product that they're currently using. And we were putting it in the database. And
okay, let's just back up a little bit, Hernan, for those that are listening here. There's a couple different URLs. I think one of them is safecosmetics.org. And then this one I've got here is cosmeticdatabase.com. And so you can go there and type in the name of your product, and up will come, with a group called the Environmental Working Group, some of the possible concerns in those products. Is that right?
Yes, that's right, Art. It's a website, and I actually just had it up on the laptop, and we had it up on the screen, real big so everybody could see. And when we put their product in the search engine, what will happen is it comes up and shows you at what level it's rated. It could be rated from 0 to 10. And no products were rated at 0. And for instance, Mary Kay rated, with the lowest rating for Mary Kay was a 3.
Yeah, I've got Mary Kay up here right now, actually.
Okay.
And it's a 3 to an 8. An 8 is like something that is a high hazard. 7 to 10 is a high hazard, right?
Right, but when you look at the 3, I believe the 3 has hazards of birth defects and all kinds of horrible things. So it was absolutely incredible what happened when I did that.
Yeah, no kidding. And so this is something that easily you can get involved in your presentations. You know, have them, and I guess it works better if you have the actual name of the product as opposed to just a company. Is that right?
Correct, because if you have the company, it's going to throw up. It's going to say that they have 67 products, and then it'll just go through those products alphabetically. But it would be better if you asked for the actual name of the product. So Mary Kay would have a name for their cream, a name for their toner. We need the name of the toner. And you put that in there, and boy, unbelievable what you see when you do that. Very, 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 very big impact. Very big impact. Got everybody involved, got everybody very, very excited about the glimpse.
Art, this is Grace, and
yes.
I think this is going to be an amazing tool that we have to be, and is to have my distributors come over in our little area here, bring their cosmetics with them, and we're going to just spend some time going through and help people understand what's in the product, and just educate them. It's going to be fantastic to be able to show that. It's a live presentation for them.
Yeah, it's interactive, it's live, and actually what we were talking about is how being able to go on the internet and do a search is actually even more powerful than having a piece of paper. You know, it has a different credibility because when you bring out a piece of paper with toxic chemicals, it comes from you, but this is like something that's available online. I think it's a very powerful way to present this deal. When they see what's not in Glimpse and what's in what they've got, and when they hear your story, and when they hear about the X3, I'm telling you, it's lights out. I mean, this is going to sell like hotcakes at the retail level, and because of that, then the whole business is going to explode. Listen, we're running out of time. A couple things that I wanted to go back through. So how do you order? How can you order? You have a couple of options here, and I wanted to just highlight on Profit Center number 1, where you get 4 units, okay, for $550, and they're starting to take pre-orders now. but these orders will not be entered into the system until, if you're not in the VIPs, I believe they have to be in by October 10th. Everybody else, October 26th. And so my understanding is these orders will not be charged until around that time. But you're getting 4 products here that have a value of $800, plus you're getting all of these other things. Now, one thing that passed me by that it was a complete stunner is what they call 10 free skincare samples. And I missed this when it was first announced. And so each one of these 10 are actually a 4-pack of all 4 products. And so you'll have a daily, the sample will include 1 application of all 4 products that you'll be able to get here. So you'll have 10 of those that you can share with people. Now, I'm telling you, getting people in front of you, demonstrating it, having them put it on their face right there, showing a video that is coming out at convention, that is the way, optimal way. But sometimes you just can't get in a demo situation. So here, you'll be able to give one of these packs, little strip packs, and they can take it home and try it themselves that night. And a home party pack. I mean, this is an incredible free ticket, incredible value on this. I mean, this company is so phenomenal. A full PV on this. They could have easily reduced PV. I was shocked when I saw how well this was priced. And then Profit Center number 2, 6. So that's 6 times 6, 36 products in there, 6 sets of 6, and 20 of those packs. So phenomenal pricing on that. Retail, at least $1,500 retail on that. And so $200 off the system. Fantastic thing on there. So how does it work? There's the instructions. And go to that URL I gave you at the beginning, glimpseskincare.com. All of the details are on here. Pre-launch orders due Sunday, October 26th, and they will be shipped on November the 5th. All pre-launch orders will go into October volume so that they can participate in our new bonus pool. And you can sign people up. And a lot of questions about how do you sign somebody up. You have to complete a distributor application and an order form. And fax it or mail it by October 26th. You want to make sure that that is done very, very carefully. I don't even like faxes so much for this, and I'm a little concerned about faxing things because sometimes people don't receive fax. But you'll want to, we'll work on some kind of a system on this as far as I'm concerned to make sure these faxes arrive. But these people are not going to go into the system until around the 26th, so they're not distributors yet, and so this is all going to be done around the last week in October, and they'll be into the system at that point in time. If they want to be a distributor now, then they need to buy some of our other products, and then they can order Glimpse separately. That's the best way to sign somebody up, rather than having them wait. I mean, let's face it. Somebody could get involved today, and they could have $500 in power bonuses coming by selling Glimpse, by taking orders on Glimpse without ever even having the product yet. So I don't think you want to hold applications until the 26th with anybody that is serious about a business. You want to sign them up, get them on some juice or 365, get them into the system, get an ID number, get them placed in your organization, and then place your Glimpse order. Much better way to do it than have somebody sitting there that is not in the system, not a distributor, can't sign anybody up, can't do anything, is sitting there on hold for 3 weeks. So that's my suggestion on that. Gosh, we're running overtime. Terry, I know you wanted to talk about this because we have this incredible juice, right? And these products lines are going to feed each other incredibly well. I see the juice sales going through the moon because of Glimpse. What's happening with Glimpse right now is people have joined for the juice, and they're buying 365 and now Glimpse, right? I mean, all of you people that are on the phone today came in because of the juice, but you love the idea of Glimpse, and you're going to all want Glimpse, right? Because you see the power of that product. The reverse will happen with the juice. People will come in for the Glimpse because you've targeted that is their primary interest level, and you're leading with the Glimpse, and then as soon as they get a handle on this Glimpse, and even at your home presentation, Terry, boom, there's the juice, and those Glimpse people are going to start taking the juice.
Yes, Art, this is just going to be amazing. I hope you can all see today the bigger picture that we've been able to see, really all of these weeks that we've been working on Glimpse with Beverly and our team members. I mean, this is just huge. But Remember, we're working from the inside out with the juice and the outside in with Glimpse. So all of you people that have been on the juice are going to get amazing and probably quicker results with the Glimpse when you actually start trying it. Whereas a person that is just starting the Glimpse and has not been on the juice, they might take a little bit more time. But that is going to feed them into 365 plus the juice. So at your home spa, Glimpse parties, you're going to be able to have all three products displayed on your table, because people, as they're doing the Glimpse on their face, they're going to say, wow, have a little sample of our juice. And they're going to say, wow, this tastes delicious. You know, like maybe I should just get all of this. You see? And it's just going to be brilliant, because you've got to understand, people nowadays are trying to eat better and be more aware of their health. And what a better way of doing that than through your body with your skin and the inside by drinking the juice. In our 365, everybody takes vitamins. So you can see how Art says it's all going to feed in together.
Yeah, fantastic job, Terry. And Guy, listen, I know we sound overexcited here. I will tell you this. There's a huge new wave coming with regard to this product. I have, from my standpoint here, it's a second chance for everyone. If you haven't realized your dreams yet, you have another chance. But you're going to have to do something about it. You can't sit. This is not a movie here. This is your life. And you have an opportunity here to take this product and change your life completely. You know, there's going to be people building a Glimpse business that come in for Glimpse that will probably have the biggest check in Zango. The biggest check in Zango, the number one distributor, has not been written yet. I'm telling you, there's going to be people that are going to come in here and they're going to be making those seven-figure incomes in a year or 2 years if they see this. And I'm not really a hypey person, so when I talk like this, it's because I see this vision. And so you have a tremendous opportunity if you've got to get out there and communicate this with everybody that you know, and just get out of your comfort zone and talk to people, and you can create an incredible future on this. It's going to be absolutely huge. And I'm excited for you, and I'm excited for the consumers that get to try something that's clean, that can have an impact on their life as well. So, yes, conventions coming up. I mean, how could you miss something like that, right? I mean, gosh, there's going to be training about Glimpse. There's going to be breakouts about it. We're going to hear more about the juice, Dr. Templeman. You're going to hear from some of the most incredible founders in our industry. You're going to meet sidelines, uplines. You get to meet people like Grace Dick and Hernan Lawless, and you bump into them all over the place. I mean, if you'd like to have a six-figure income in the next 12 months, if that's your vision, then you can't miss something like this. I know we're running over, but it's a big call. Thanks a lot, Grace and Hernan, for coming on. Fantastic job. I really appreciate you guys.
Well, thanks, Art and Terry, and let's go. Let's make it happen. Put on your fast shoes. We're ready to run.
Yeah. Roller skate time, right? Okay, listen, let's open up the lines. I really want to give a little round of applause to Hernan and Grace for coming on and being such incredible guests today, and gosh, and Beverly Hollister and her team. Do you know the night before that webinar launched that you all watched the other day, Beverly Hollister did not go home that night, and she's been up till 3 o'clock in the morning. And also, thanks, Krista, for coming on, and Hernan. Are you both there still?
Yes, I'm here, Art.
Thank you guys for coming on. Let's open up the lines and give them a little cheer. Grace and Hernan and Krista, thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you.